The next title update for Madden 26 is officially here. Well, it's not here. It'll drop tomorrow, September 17th. But they just released all the dev notes, and I'm going to go over all of these notes. And I must say, this is the most excited I've been for a title update for any Madden ever. And you're going to know real soon just why I'm so excited. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start off with gameplay with pass blocking. It says, added a new coaching adjustment option allowing you to set your default pass protection scheme. Choose from base, empty, half left, half right, full right, or default. They actually just updated this in the most recent College Football 26 title update that dropped last week. I can't remember if I mentioned it in my video that I did for that one, but you knew this was coming for Madden because anything they update as far as College Football 26, they're going to update it for Madden as well as far as gameplay is concerned and things of that nature. So the dev note says, for players who don't want built-in pass protections on passing plays, we have included a new coaching adjustment to allow players to choose the default protection for all drop back passing plays. When toggling this option in, players will still have the ability to change their protection before the play via the pass protection adjustment menu. They also say they fixed an issue sometimes causing the pass protection adjustment menu to get stuck in an open state after selecting a protection adjustment. Made improvements to blocking logic for better targeting and improved protection on shotgun play action plays. Tuning done to shorten the wait time after failed pass rush moves to improve pocket degradation over time. Enhanced QB contain logic to ensure defenders contain more effectively. And the dev note there says this was a two-part fix where we fix disengages from blocks in pursuit of quarterback scrambling outside the pocket. For the second part, we resolved an issue where defenders would incorrectly abandon their contain assignments in favor of executing pass rush moves. Now let's move along to the run game. It says fixed an issue allowing a short artificial speed boost to the ball carrier when using truck in open space, air truck. Now, before I get into the dev note there, this was something I seen as somebody who played a lot of online games. I haven't been playing a lot of online games recently, but I played a lot. Got up to 400 in the world, and I just stopped playing because I can't keep up with all those people. I got a regular job, got a regular family, all of that stuff. So I can't play 1,000 games like those people in the top 10, top 100. But the players that I did play, I noticed there were quite a few people that kept continuously using the air truck mechanic. And it is pretty annoying. It's not like it's unbeatable or you can't put a stop to it, but it is annoying because, you know, you're going to face users that are going to exploit the game, find every exploit they can to get an edge over you and can't play the game straight up. So this was one of those things, and they corrected that, or they fixed that. The dev note says the truck animations and transitions from truck to locomotion have been modified to more accurately reflect the movement speed of the ball carrier as the truck ends, and the transition has been tuned to keep the speed more consistent. They also say they fixed an issue causing dual run plays to be mislabeled as inside zone plays, decreased the frequency of power non-engaged sheds on run plays, added shed timers for defenders who lost their previous defensive move on passing plays. Edge defenders now steer towards their outside gap for longer to help set the edge on run plays. Now let's get into the passing game. It says increased the minimum for stem down routes from 1 yard to 3 yards. Dev note, when using the route stemming feature, certain stem down routes, particularly corner routes, became too powerful and difficult to fairly and or realistically defend. As a result, the minimum stem depth allowed now is 3 yards. The intent of this change is to preserve the structure and timing of the route while enabling more realistic and balanced defensive reactions. Definitely seen that a lot. I've used that corner route a couple times myself, but it's not a big part of my game. It's more like me putting together crazy route combinations in the red zone or on the goal line. It says resolved an issue where auto motion receivers would continue their motion during the quiet the crowd animation. Users can no longer quiet the crowd during auto motion. Great that they fixed that. Again, another exploit that a lot of users, people that can't play straight up, they like to go to that and use those kind of tactics. Fixed an issue preventing behind the line special moves from working when using gadget players in the QB spot in the wildcat formations. Fixed an issue causing wide receivers to sometimes use fake out footwork off the snap with no defender nearby. Fixed an issue preventing the appropriate frequency of catch knockouts when throwing to a receiver covered by multiple defenders. Dev note there says this was the main issue leading to receivers holding on to aggressive catches too much in crowds when the ball should have been knocked out. With this update, outcomes on aggressive catch attempts now more accurately reflect the ratings and physical matchup of players involved when they're in collision at catch point. Fixed an issue causing illegal man downfield penalties to trigger incorrectly on certain play action boot plays. Fixed an issue causing no look passing animations to sometimes trigger on quick throws like bubble screens. Didn't know that was a thing, but if it was, well, I presume that it was, then glad that they actually fixed it. So moving along to pass coverage, it says added a new coaching adjustment setting to set the safety's depth at 16 yards. Updated hook defender depth with underneath coverage adjustment to play at 5 yards of depth to be in better position to play short routes like drag routes. Updated hook defender depth with over the top coverage adjustment to play at 12 to 18 yards of depth to put defenders in better position to take away deeper intermediate routes like deep digs and over routes. Updated vertical hook zone logic so that it will not match when using coaching adjustments or custom stem zones. Updated press animation logic to ensure defenders trigger press animations requested by the user at the line of scrimmage. Fixed an issue in goal line defense causing the receiver in heavy personnel formations to be completely uncovered. Moving on to pre-play controls, it says updated logic so the offense cannot instantly flip the play or audible to a new formation when walking to the line from the huddle. Standardize the hot route timer for all QBs when breaking the huddle. The dev note here says this new timer also applies to how long users need to wait after flipping a play or audibling to a new formation. Stemming a route also counts as a hot route when breaking the huddle. Signature animations for players like Mahomes now have consistent responsiveness, resulting in all quarterbacks having the same hot route timing cadence. As far as AI and game logic, it says tuning to the Bills' home field advantage to reduce excessive kick meter wobble, tuning to improve AI control teams' clock management, preventing it from calling timeouts right before punting when losing by a large margin. Fixed an issue sometimes causing a crash when setting QB throw style. Fixed an issue in goal line defense causing the receiver in heavy personnel to be completely uncovered. Fixed a rare issue causing some players in online rosters to appear with generic player models and wearing the incorrect uniform numbers, such as multiple players wearing 11 or number 22. Now let's get into presentation. Broadcast packages. Fixed an issue with missing stats in the last week's stats banner after a bye week. Fixed issue with stat leaders banner for pass yards disappearing too quickly. Fixed issue preventing draft class banner from appearing during a Sunday night primetime game. NFL traditions. Fixed the camera issue for the Cardinals' big red siren tradition. And as far as halftime show is concerned, says fixed an issue with missing highlights after using the resume game option. Fixed an inconsistency with the score shown during a highlight from a game in progress and the subsequent around the league banner. They also made changes to the halftime show / weekly recap. Says fixed lighting pop that would sometimes occur at the end of a highlight. Tuned logic for highlight selection from a game in progress to reduce the chances of seeing the losing team. Tuned logic to prevent non-scrambling QBs from being shown performing long runs. Fixed CPU highlights showing right-handed QB throwing left-handed touchdowns. Wow, didn't know that was a thing either. Says for a weekly recap, fixed issue preventing weekly recap from being available during the playoffs when a user's team did not make the playoffs. That's also something I didn't know, as I hadn't done anything with franchise since the game came out. I was waiting for us to start our league. Pre-game, fixed issue with an out-of-focus camera for the Falcon statue at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Fixed issue with the fog sometimes obstructing mascots during runouts. Fixed various camera obstructions and clipping issues with sideline characters. They also have things for drive starter and post play, but I'm not gonna get into everything in these dev notes like I normally wouldn't. But what I will do, as I always do, is post a link to these dev notes in the description box. So if you want to go back and read everything else other than the stuff that I'm highlighting right now, feel free to do so. The link will be there. Some things I might post screenshots up on the screen for you, but for now, we're just gonna keep going. So moving on to the biggest thing, this is what I'm the most excited for. And it's not going to be the first 2 bullet points, but it's going to be the 2 after that. And I will go a little bit in depth on that in just a moment when I get to it. So the first bullet point, it says fixed an issue where certain players would be playing out of position. The dev note here says this issue was tied to the progressive fatigue setting. We have removed the setting as we introduce wear and tear management. We are also addressing an issue where wear and tear sliders are not in franchise and looking to implement them in a future title update. Fixed an issue with the nose tackle archetype's overall formula that was causing it to appear different from the front end. The dev note here says for new leagues, this change will apply immediately. For existing leagues, the formula will apply immediately, and for players that had nose tackle as their highest rated archetype previously, will appear with their new nose tackle overall until the week is advanced, where their highest overall will be correct. Now here's the biggest thing about this whole title update and what I've been waiting for. I'm actually surprised they got this fixed so quickly. I thought it would be down the line. But it says, fixed an issue where some draft generators were using wrong body types. Dev note, the change will not apply to existing leagues until the next draft class is generated. And now, for the most important one, addressed an issue with importing and exporting draft classes where incorrectly changing player body types. This update will not address existing draft classes already in a league. Let's go. Perfect timing too. Couldn't be any better timing because I literally just started our online league and we haven't even made it to the regular season yet. So a draft class hasn't even been generated yet. Once we advance to the regular season, this update will have taken place and the fix should be fixed. The fix should be fixed. Round of applause for the community. Round of applause for all of the supporters who supported my videos and spammed them, tagged EA in these videos, posted these videos on EA forums, constantly tweeted all of the devs, kept sharing the videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. This is all because of you guys. Because like I said, I made these videos last year when this first became an issue. They updated and made the issue worse, and I made even more videos about why it was worse. Those videos didn't pick up steam like these videos I posted this year did. But this year, when I did it this year, I guess because the game wasn't fully released yet, I had early access. So you had people looking for Madden content. So of course, this popped up. It took off like a wildfire. And this is all thanks to you guys. Because of you guys showing so much attention to these videos, the job was done. I wanted these videos to be popular so EA could see it and fix the issue. They got enough attention. They got the right attention. They got the attention from the devs at EA. And the problem is officially fixed. Let's go. I can't wait till it updates so I can actually see for myself if they indeed actually fixed it. But I'm excited. I shouldn't be too excited because I know how EA is. They probably found some way in there to screw this up. We'll see. But I'm going to take a peek at it for myself. And we'll see. We'll see. But let's go ahead and move along before I stretch this video out way too long. The next bullet point, it says, addressed an issue where tight ends were able to acquire the universal coverage zone ability. Addressed an issue where players sustaining a lower back strain injury was treated as a career-ending injury. I saw this on TikTok. That's insane. If that were to happen to me, I'd be pissed. I'm glad I hadn't started a franchise yet, because if I would have saw that, boy, I probably would have uninstalled the game. Maybe not. But moving on, it says fixed an issue where coaches and trainers were unlocking abilities with the wrong order. Addressed an issue where the will position was prioritized over the Sam position in the depth chart when using the reorder feature. And they have some other things that they updated for Superstar Mode, Ultimate Team, lineups and team management, store packs, challenges, stability and disconnects, audio, etc., etc. I'm not gonna go over all of that. Again, I may throw some screenshots up on the screen for you, but if I don't, then this link will be in the description box for you to take a peek at that yourself. But what I will do is I will go over the art section and equipment that is being added, just like I did with the college football video. I won't just do this update video, but once the game updates, I will show the equipment that was added in the game, so on and so forth. So starting off, it says added additional NFL player and coach likeness heads. They got like 49ers, Michael Williams, Bears, Luther Burton, Demetrius Knight for the Bengals, Shamar Stewart for the Bengals. Bills have Maxwell Hairston, Broncos, Jade Barron, Browns, Quinshawn Judkins, Buccaneers, Emeka Ibuka, Cardinals, Will Johnson. Chargers, Omarion Hampton. Chiefs, offensive tackle Josh Simmons. Dolphins, Kenneth Grant. Dolphins, Jonnu Smith. Eagles, Jahad Campbell. Giants, Jackson Dart. Jets, offensive tackle Armand Mimbu. Jets tight end Mason Taylor. Lions offensive tackle Taylor Decker. Lions defensive tackle Tyleek Williams. Packers wide receiver Matthew Golden. Patriots running back Travion Henderson. Rams tight end Terrence Ferguson. Ravens safety Malachi Starks. Saints quarterback Tyler Shuck. Seahawks tight end Elijah Arroyo. Seahawks safety Nick Emanware. Seahawks guard Gray Zabel. Steelers defensive tackle Derek Harmon. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to take a peek at that one. Never really see coach likeness update. Texans wide receiver Jaden Higgins, and that's gonna do it for the likeness update. Again, I'll probably post a separate video tomorrow showing all of these updates to the likeness. They added new cleats, the Nike Vapor Edge Speed 362, added new face mask, Axum Robot Jagged 2, Axum Grid, Axum Robot 808, Axum Robot Running Back Jagged 2, Axum 3-bar running back, and Axum Robot running back straight, which majority of these, if not all of these, were just added in College Football 26 last week. So again, going back to what I said, anything you see updated in college football as far as gameplay, equipment, etc., you'll see that updated in Madden following that. So it also says added 2 new coach wristbands, added new undershirt with 4 color options. I wonder if this means... See, they don't have any dev note around this, but I wonder if this means that now you can equip undershirts that you can put tape underneath as well. Like how they've been showing and releasing and updating certain players being able to have that, but not all players. I wonder if this means that now all players will be able to have that. And I also wonder if these new coach wristbands are the ones like Kyler Murray wears with the open wristband. We'll see, but that's gonna wrap up this title update. Again, there's a whole lot that I did miss out concerning Ultimate Team, Superstar Mode, etc., things of that nature. If you want to take a look at those for yourself, I'll put that link in the description box. But for now, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with more Madden 26 content coming soon. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time. Peace.